And the next speaker, Mr. Olusoji Akinyele, is going to be speaking on the vision for the next 100 years. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on the existing protocols. Today, as we celebrate over a century of excellence honoring our storied past, we must also cast our eyes forward to articulate a bold vision for King's College in the next 100 years. So in the next 5 minutes that I have been allotted, I want to please crave your indulgence to, if you can, shut your eyes for a few seconds and dream with me. The year is 2109. King's College Lagos is now 200 years old, celebrating her anniversary on the penthouse ballroom of Eco Celestial Towers, now the tallest building in the world, far above the Burj Khalifa. The special guest of honor is the youngest ever president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he is an old boy of our great college. Beside him is a fellow Kingsman, globally celebrated Nigerian astronaut who designed the first AI-powered rocket ship to land on the farthest planet in our solar system. Across him is Nigerian-born governor of the Bank of England. Beside him is the Canadian Prime Minister, though not Nigerian, but schooled in King's College based on a Canadian-Nigerian education exchange program. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a fantasy. This is the very plausible future if we choose to prepare for it today. And I can speak of this conviction because we all are products of such preparation over the past 116 years of our great alma mater. Mine was a little over a quarter of a century ago. Here in King's College, I was exposed to stewardship and responsibility as a dining hall prefect. I was founding president of the government club, the Democrats, which gave me an early exposure and appreciation to democracy and governance, lessons that came alive years later when I served as an advisor in the office of the Vice President of Nigeria. As chief debater of the Literary and Debating Society, I learned to stand before any crowd, think critically, and speak with confidence, skills I rely on till this day in boardrooms, conferences, and policy forums. As editor of the Mermaid magazine, I learned to harness information, analyze it, communicate it effectively, skills that carried me even when I became a senior economist and member of the editorial board of Business Day. King's College forged in me discipline, resilience, and vision, whether for advising on national reforms or championing educational programs across Nigeria. King's College prepared me for leadership. And if this is true for me, I am certain that it is true for you and must therefore be true for the generation of King's men to come. This was the mission for which our great college was founded on this day in 1909, to prepare young men in colonial Lagos to sit for the London University matriculation examination, but also to serve the workforce of that era, the clerks and the professionals in the emergent commercial Nigeria. King's College has been through it all, from amalgamation in 1914 to the 1960 independence, to the coups, the civil war, the return to the latest return to democracy in 1999. We've been in all of it. Vice presidents, chief justices, captains of industry, cultural icons, technologists, politicians, legal luminaries, all King's men. So if we are to fulfill the prophecy of our great anthem that the future honor of our college must therefore be as untarnished as that of the past, which we received from our founders' hands, and by all means necessary, repair and restore the honor that we may have lost in the present reality of our school, we must intervene. So you ask, what then will become of King's College in the next 100 years? To answer that question, we must take our true Nigerian of answering a question with another question by asking, what will Nigeria be in the next 100 years? A multi-trillion-dollar economy with a permanent seat on the UN Security Council, landing rockets and satellites on the moon or in space, a democratic giant of civil rule, net exporter of value additive output, or the third largest population with a highly educated workforce equipped to compete anywhere on the globe. If this is Nigeria's aspiration, then King's College must be the forge that prepares the global workforce of this future that we see. We must be the Eton College of the UK. We must be the Exeter Academy in the US. We must be the Raffles Institution of Singapore. These schools have proven greatness, not by nostalgia, but from reinvention, sustainable support, and national relevance. King's College Lagos must now take its place in this league of extraordinary educational institutions. How do we achieve this as I close? You may ask that King's College is a government school under the Federal Ministry of Education. That is correct. But government cannot do it alone. We, as King's College Old Boys Association, must be the strong collaborative advocacy arm, working hand in glove with the government, augmenting their efforts, providing resources, holding each other accountable, and pushing reforms that keep King's College at the cutting edge of global education. This is not privatization. This is a public-private engagement to achieve what we envision as the next 100 years of our great school. And this vision cannot be achieved without resources. It requires something only attainable by our shared prosperity as Kingsmen, 100 billion naira Floreat fund. This professionally managed, co-governed, transparent fund will future-proof King's College, financing scholarships, enhancing teacher development, and building modern edtech platforms, laboratories, virtual reality, and infrastructure to international standards. It will ensure that our great college continues to flourish and never again falls into decline. Finally, our anthem contains a rallying cry that when the call is sounded, all must answer here. Well, today, with a deep sense of responsibility, I join the leadership of the KCOBA to sound that call like the siren announcing the time for lunch at the dining hall, where rice, fish stew, and bananas will be waiting for you on a Sunday afternoon. I hope that is being served. PKC is still being served, yes? Okay. So together, let us commit to a new century of our college, where it thrives, it flourishes, and that Kingsmen lead not only the nation, but also lead the world. Floreat Collegium, may the college flourish. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Soji, for that amazing presentation.